Good morning, guys. Welcome back. I'm Em, and I wanted to share with you guys what a typical day looks like for the puppies at this stage. So they're still technically neonates, which means they're helpless little potatoes that need everything done for them. But they are about a week and a half old, and their eyes are just starting to open. So within the next several days, they will change dramatically. Typically, once their eyes open, they really start walking, and then you go through just them realizing that there's more to the world than just their mama. So I thought, while they're still in this stage, I want to run them through, kind of share their typical day with you guys. The first thing I do in the morning, as you saw after I let dogs out, is clean the whelping box, and that is something that I find very, very important. They need to stay clean. Now, Clover does a pretty good job at keeping them clean, but their bedding needs to stay clean. A clean puppy is much easier to housebreak down the road. If they were raised in a dirty environment and used to being around their own feces, that instinct they have to go away from their sleeping area to go potty is kind of ruined if they're raised sleeping in their own poo, which is really gross. It's not healthy. But it also makes housebreaking very, very hard. So first thing we do is clean the whelping box, and then I'm running puppies through ENS. So if you haven't seen one of my very first videos, I explain all about it. I'll link that in the description. But ENS stands for Early Neurological Stimulation, and it's just a series of 5 exercises that I put puppies through. They're very, very short. They're 3 to 5 seconds each. The point of this is to lightly stress different parts of the puppy. So kind of by doing this, it jumpstarts their bodies and it will make them have a stronger heart rate, faster heartbeat. They will have stronger adrenals. They will be more resistant to stress as adults. And so it helps develop a healthier puppy. So yes, I've got good genes and, done all the health testing to do my best to produce healthy, happy puppies with amazing temperaments. But we still have an impact on how these puppies develop, and even physically. Emotionally, absolutely, but even physically, what we do now and in the next several months will have a huge impact on these puppies. So the ENS, the first position is just to have their heads up, and this triggers all the blood to drain down to the butt, and the body has to say, oh wait, that's not good, we got to send the blood back up to the head. So we do this for 3 to 5 seconds, and they typically don't mind that too much. And then we put the head down, and this is the one that they do not like, which who can blame them? But this sends all the blood to the head, and then the puppy's body goes, oh no, we got to send the blood back up to the butt because it's all draining to the head. Next, we flip them on their back and give them a little bit of a tummy rub. And if they're hungry, sometimes they fuss about this, but you can see he's enjoying it. Yeah, you like that one. You do. Yeah. Oh, he's a baby polar bear. And then I've got a little Q-tip here, and I'm just gonna tickle the toes. And this is just to stimulate the senses. Now I do this on a different foot every day, and we're just tickling these toes. He just did this sigh of relief, like, no big deal, I've been through this before. And then I've got a little ice pack with a towel down here, and I'm just gonna set him on it for 3 to 5 seconds. And this is temperature, thermal sensation. So this will get him to sense something that in the whelping box, he would never experience this. All right, buddy, come here. He did really well. This is Mr. Black. I'll show him with you guys up close. Look at how beautiful. Those little eyes are just starting to open. So now I've got a fish scale here. This is what I use to weigh puppies at this age, and it is the easiest I have found. And I weigh puppies twice a day. Actually, this litter I've only weighed once a day because they're so chunky and I can see that they're growing. So I only weigh them once a day, but typically if it's a larger litter, I'd weigh them twice. All right, he is Mr. Black. Now I measure in grams, but most people in the US will be watching wanting to know it in pounds. He's 3.8 pounds. He's only a week old. So very large puppies. These puppies are not wanting for groceries at all. All right, baby boy. So put him down there and we will go on with our next puppy. This is Mr. Blue. Buddy. And he was the biggest boy. We'll see if he still holds that title today. Yesterday, one of his brothers had matched him. But we hold them up, head up. Good boy. Oh, he is so beautiful. And then head down. And this does get harder as they get bigger, obviously, because they're wigglier and they're harder to hold on to. Okay, almost there, baby. Almost there. Okay. Okay. Now flip him upside down. Be a little baby polar bear. You can see his little feet kicking. I'm rubbing his chest and it makes the little feet go. Oh, he's gonna try to chew his paw too. It feels good, huh? Yeah. And then we do our tickle the toes. Tickle the toes. It's gonna put him to sleep. Put him on the cool mat. Good boy. Good boy. All right, now we weigh him. Put your little bum in. There you go, buddy. And I believe your brother has passed you. So the biggest puppy was Mr. Blue. He is 3.73 pounds. So Mr. Black has passed him in size. He is no longer the biggest boy. But you are cute. You are cute. All right. So I'm just going to run the puppies, the rest of the 3, through their ENS. And then we got to go get Clover fed. This little thing is Miss Pink. She was actually the first puppy born, and she is the smallest. It looks like I'm choking her. I'm not, I promise. But she is the smallest puppy. She's actually a whole pound smaller than her brother. So this guy was 3.9 pounds, and this little girl is 2.7 pounds. So huge difference in size, but she is perfectly healthy, just as chunky as can be. I'm not worried about her one bit. She's just small. And I think she's absolutely perfect. She's so pretty. So I started to get Clover's meal ready and I wasn't recording. But I feed Clover a raw diet just like all my other dogs. She's getting salmon and some venison ground up, but the venison is still a little bit frozen. I'm also going to add a little bit of turmeric to her meal. Turmeric will help with inflammation. And then I'm also going to put a probiotic in here. Anytime I have a girl that is taking care of puppies, she gets probiotics every day because she's cleaning up after puppies, and I just feel like it helps their gut. It gives them that boost that they need. So I gotta go grab that. All right, let's get her fed. She eats in the morning and then she also eats in the evening. I usually would feed a dog nursing puppies 3 times a day, but because she has such a small litter and she's a bit of a picky eater, she wasn't really in the mood to eat 3 times a day. So what I've been doing is feed her breakfast, feed her supper, and then before bed, offer her food. And sometimes she eats it, sometimes she doesn't. So this is her breakfast. It is 2 pounds of food. And sometimes she eats it all, sometimes she doesn't. We'll see how she does today. All right, Clover, back up, sit, wait. Okay. Leave it, June. Good girl. June bug, leave it. Good girl. I do want to mention that the venison that she is eating has bone ground in with it. So it's not that she's not eating any bone. Bone is very important, especially for nursing mamas, because they need that calcium. Are you done? Yeah? She's all done? You want more? Over. More? No? Lay down. Good girl. So the other thing that I'm doing with these puppies at this age is introducing them to the hairdryer. And in the past I've done hairdryer desensitization. But this time I'm doing hairdryer positive association. So I'm doing the hairdryer while they're contently nursing. That way they start having happy thoughts whenever the hairdryer is used. Now Clover was raised in my home, but she hasn't had a lot of hairdryers since leaving my home as a puppy. So you'll see that in her expression, you'll see that she's not a huge fan of it, but she tolerates it. So let's get started. Girl. So I will do that a couple more times with the puppies throughout the day, just so that they have a couple opportunities every day to experience the hairdryer in a good way. And that can be great for obviously grooming, but there are so many other times they're going to experience something similar to that. Maybe it be a leaf blower or going through a car wash, hearing that, feeling it move the car, things like that. There's so many more times in these puppies' lives that this will make a difference. So, one lesson down. So the other thing that I am doing with puppies at this stage is introducing them to a new scent every day. And this is called ESI, or early scent introduction. It's done just like with ENS, day 3 through day 16. And studies have shown that puppies that have ESI are actually more capable of distinguishing individual scents as adults than puppies who don't get it. So things that we are using for early scent introduction is nothing dog food related. So no meats, no dehydrated foods, nothing like that. No kibble, although I don't have any kibble. So we were using things like natural herbs. This is basil. They've had dill. You can use oregano, lemon. These guys have had garlic. I also do things like rabbit fur, feathers, deer hide, things like that. Just something very different from anything they've ever smelled. So today is basil, and it doesn't really matter if the puppies have a positive or negative association. They're considered positive if they move for it or try to lick it, and they're considered negative if they move away from it, or they're neutral where they just don't really react. And it really doesn't matter whichever way. Are you stuck? Whichever way the puppies react, it's not anything to do with their personalities. I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with them, but it is not going to affect them either way. The point of this is just to get their nose identifying different smells. So let's get started.